what did you think of the governor's comments? I mean, she didn't name any utility, but there's not many to choose from with what she had to say. What did you think?
I could not agree with her more. We need to put the Maine people first, and we're doing that. We're making changes every single day. We've added customer reps to our call center. We've added new line worker positions. We've done a lot of training. We also added a new VP of customer service focused solely on Maine. And finally, we've added a customer champion, an independent person that we brought in, turned over the keys to the company to talk with employees and make whatever recommendations she feels important for us to improve our level of customer service.
That said, the governor seemed to have some, what sounded like harsh comments about foreign ownership, and that there need to be new regulations to impose new requirements. I mean, that's how I heard it.
We have focused every day, the people right here in Maine, on Maine customers, and we need to continue to do that. We do have a parent company, but our focus right here in Maine is we have 850 employees here in Maine. My leadership comes right here from Maine, and that's where the focus is for us going forward.
And you have an out-of-state company of which you're part, and then international owners. Do you think that contributes to some of the unhappiness in the customer base?
There are a lot of businesses here in Maine that have out-of-state ownership and foreign ownership, and we are not different from many of the large companies in here. And I don't think that adds to the problem. Where we need to focus here is really on the people of Maine, and every one of our employees, from me all the way down to the frontline employees, needs to do this every single day.
So I have to ask you about these disconnect notices. Now apparently the PUC is going to investigate it. Disconnect notices going out in the winter, was this a mistake?
So the disconnect notices over the past couple of days, as you can imagine, I have focused on looking at the communications that we send out. And I'll be honest with you personally, I find some of them unacceptable. We're going to be making those changes, and we're going to be making them now.
What's unacceptable?
Some of the language that's used in there, we owe it to every single customer out there to collect from those who don't pay. Because if you don't, the ones that pay their bill every day are also paying for those that don't. But we need to do it in a very respectful manner and treat every customer with respect every single day.
Given the climate you're in right now, should people within the company been a little more sensitive and thought, should we be doing this right now?
Absolutely, and that's why I got involved personally in this over the last couple of days, and I'm not going to stop till we make the changes necessary so that we can focus on our customers and help those in need. What we want to do is, for the people that can't pay their bill, we want them to call and work out a payment plan. It's as simple as that. We don't want to threaten.
When this first blew up a few days ago, I guess last week, what did you think?
I was horrified with this because I hadn't been as focused on the detailed stuff that goes out the door. And when I did, I saw the changes that we need to make. And I make a pledge that we won't stop until we make those changes and do it right.
So should there have been January, February disconnect dates put in those mailings and things like that?
So we need to keep up on all of our customers when they are behind in their bills, whether it's January or July. We have different set of rules that we follow depending on the months, but that doesn't mean we can ignore the issue at hand.
Mm-hmm. So what should not have been said that was? I guess that's what I'm trying to get at.
Some of the tone in the correspondence that has gone out in the past to me is a tone that just doesn't warrant somebody feeling like they can call us for help, and that's what I want to try to turn around.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there were some comments quoted in some of the newspaper stories with the company saying, we've been doing this for years. Is that true?
So whether we have been doing it for years or not, we need to stop. And we're in a different climate right now, and we need to look at things different. And just because we've done something for years, that's not my mode of transportation moving forward. We need to think about things differently. We're in a tough situation, and I want to change the perception and earn the trust back from customers. That's my #1 job.
Have there been some tough meetings in the last couple days?
There's always tough meetings every day, but that's what makes it worth getting up in the morning and coming to work. My focus is I'm a Mainer, and I'm here for Mainers, and I want people to know that, and I'm going to work very hard to earn their trust back.
The new position, a woman you hired, was, and I can't remember the name of the job title you told me in your first answer. It was like in charge of, it's not quite customer relations, but it's something like that you mentioned.
It's a vice president of customer service focused here solely on Maine.
Okay, and so that's, did they approve these? Maybe they didn't even come to their attention.
They may not have even come to their attention. I don't know the answer to that question, but what this position is doing is I'm using this position to be able to focus on any issue that has a contact with a customer, and I want this person to get involved and understand how it goes and make sure it goes smoothly.
Final question, obviously there's decisions still to become by the PUC, but how difficult is it going to be for you to regain customer trust and confidence? I mean, that's not going to be a quick process, is it?
It's not going to be a quick process, but we're not going to stop till it's done. And I can tell you the 850 employees of Central Maine Power want very much to get back the trust that we had with the customers years ago. And I think every one of the employees is focused on doing their job in such a way to accomplish that.
And do you think there's something, is there something that you need to say and do that hasn't been said or done yet to try to smooth things over?
I think every day there's new challenges that we need to address, like this one right here. You know, taking a look at the correspondence that we send out to customers that are behind in their bill is today's top priority. Tomorrow it's going to be something else, and I'm not going to shy away from that.
Good. Sit there a moment longer so you can get a couple shots and you can get back in your meeting. So am I right that your position is that it wasn't wrong to send these notices out, right?
It wasn't wrong to send these notices out. It's really the tone that I'm focused on. It's a tone of if we're going to be focused on customer service, we need to be focused on customer service. And some of the tone that was in those letters is something that shouldn't have been used.